Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Data Engineer. So in this video we will understand the basic history of AI and like where AI is getting used, what are the terminology we are using in AI, how AI is started and how typically AI is spread into different field. Okay. So let us start with the introductions of AI. So this video is basically for the persons who wanted to understand the history of AI, like how AI started, who brings the concepts of artificial intelligence, and till what level AI is already been used in the industry, and what are the upcoming uh, stacks in AI. Okay, so we will understand from this video. So now start with introductions to AI. So AI is nothing but an artificial intelligence refers to the capability of machines to imitate intelligence human behavior. So AI is nothing but some machines, if the machines have capability to imitate the human behavior capabilities, that is called AI. Like how human is thinking, how human is solving any problem. So, like if we are giving any instructions to do some task, human is doing successfully. So, if any machine imitates the intelligence of human, that is called AI. Okay, so it involves system that can perceive their environment, region, learn, and take the decisions. Okay, so not only we are doing the program to some systems and system is doing certain works. That is rule-based things. Okay. So AI is something more smart than that. Okay. So AI have to learn from their mistakes. They have to take the decisions. They have to take the actions. Okay. Learn from the environment. Okay. So these are the capabilities comes with AI. Okay. So what are the goal of AI? Okay, so the goal is develop the machine capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence. Okay, so these are the goal of AI. Okay, reasoning, learning, decision making, perceptions, and natural language understanding. We need to understand the language also. Okay. So now we will understand the what are the key field of AI. Okay. So AI have the different field: machine learning, natural language processing, computer vision. So machine learning is something like you have the some pictures and they wanted to classify, okay, this is what category, this is apple or banana. So this comes under machine learning. Natural language processing, like speech recognitions or speech transformation, this comes under NLP, natural language processing. Then computer vision. Computer vision basically works in the robotic system where there are pictures and based on that pictures like the things are getting extracted from that particular pictures. That comes under the computer vision. Even our you can say self-driving car, what capture the effect pictures based on the road sign and all, this comes under the computer vision. Robotics, so how robotics is working in the industry to doing some work, export systems, planning and optimization. So these are the key field of AI. Now, coming to that, we will see the real world applications. So, what are the applications which are existing in the real world? We will see. So, in day-to-day life, we are using our mobile phones. So, we have like Siri in Apple, Google Assistant, Alexa from Amazon, which understand and process our language. Okay, so we are asking something like, what is the weather today? Like a call to somebody and all. So these all are the example of virtual assistants where we are talking and assistants are getting answered by the actions. Okay. Then we have the recommendation system. So recommendation system is nothing but Amazon have, Netflix have recommendation. So if you are watching some types of pictures like horror pictures or any thriller pictures, so next time when you open the Netflix, it will show the similar types of recommendations. So Amazon are using the recommendation systems. They are using the either content based or uh, there are other types also. So Amazon, Netflix, Spotify uses AI to recommend the products or songs based on the user performance. Okay. So based on your history, it will basically recommend you the things. Then we have the applications like automation vehicles also. Okay, autonomous vehicle. So we have the Google self-driving car, Uber have, Tesla have. So self-driving car uses a combination of AI techniques, navigations and absolute detections like decision making and all these things. Okay. Then we have the fraud detection. So we are using the credit card, how fraud detections work, spam filtrations, fraud detections. Okay, based on the certain unusual patterns, they detects the fraud. So each and every applications we will see in the upcoming video. This is the introductions part where we are covering the AI history, their real world example and all. So that's why we are keeping it as a simple as much possible. Okay. Then we have the healthcare systems like AI diagnosis tool or treatment recognitions or medical imaging or based on your medical history, age limit, different blood pressure, temperature or blood things. So based on that, it is giving the history of your surgery or history of your I can say the upcoming disease also. So okay, so these are the um, applications which we are using right now. So apart from real world applications of AI, we have the types of AI also. By capabilities wise, their AI have divided into three types. So narrow AI, that is called VKI also, general AI and super AI. So narrow AI is something like perform a narrow task. Narrow task is like a single types of task, like facial recognitions have the single one, email filtration. So if we have the AI, it will work only on the facial recognitions or email filtering. That is called narrow AI. So general AI, what is general AI? They can perform any intellectual task that a human can. Okay, like theoretical AI with a human level recognition. So this is still in development. Now the third one is the super AI. Super AI is like it surpass the human intelligence also. So it believes that it is more intelligent than human also. Okay. So that is called super AI, capable of abstract thinking, emotion, self-awareness, hypothetical and future focused. Okay. So they can think the future also. So that is called super AI. So by capabilities wise, we have three types of AI, narrow AI. So now most of the applications or industry or real time, wherever they are using, that is mostly they are using the narrow AI. General AI is super AI. So general AI is still have a certain level of development, but super AI is still that is the hypothetical things. Okay, still that is not developed or still some of the POCs are going on that. Okay. Now coming to core subfield of AI. Okay, so AI have a different field. How to start with AI? For that we have to understand the machine learning, what is deep learning, what is NLP, what is computer vision, what is robotics. So machine learning is nothing but that algorithm that allow system to learn from the data and improve performance over time without being explicitly programmed. Okay. So what happened in case of rule-based system? We are writing the program and we are giving computer to uh, learn from that rule, if else conditions, rules, and based on that it will generate the output or resultant. Okay. So now what happened in case of machine learning? That is the advanced version of rule-based. So machine learning is nothing but it's that like a algorithm that allows system to learn from the data and improve performance over time. Okay. So that is basically you can understand as a algorithm. So machine learning basically works on algorithm part. Okay. So deep learning, what is deep learning? Deep learning is a subset of ML. Okay. So AI have subset like a ML, then ML have subset like a deep learning. So deep learning is a subset of ML using multi-layered neural networks. So that is neural network pattern is basically how human neurons in brain works. So they mimic the same things, same model or same complex patterns to achieve the complex pattern of the data. Okay, so how our neurons work, like brain works. So they mimic the same types of pattern, layered pattern to understand. So this is called deep learning. Okay, a subset of ML using multi-layered neural network to to model the complex pattern of data. Now, third is natural language processing. So NLP is basically enable machine to understand, intercept, interrupt, interpret and respond to human language. Okay, so how we are talking, if we are saying, if I'm talking in English and I'm saying to translate into Tamil, Telugu, or some different language, okay, it will translate. Or if I'm talking to somebody, it will understand, it will generate the text. So these all are the example of NLP, natural language processing, so processing the natural language. Now comes to computer vision. So computer vision allow computer to process and interpret visual information like image, video. That so computer vision basically used in the industries also, robotic industries, or so barcode scanning system, or signal detection, sign detections on the roadway. So these are the example of computer vision. Now we have the robotics, like involve designing and building robot capabilities. So these all are the example of core subfield. Okay. So now we understand subfield of AI, types of AI by capabilities, real world example, what is the key field of AI, what is the definition of AI, what is the goal of AI. Now we will see when AI started. Okay. So what is the foundations of AI? So foundations of AI, like we have myth and philosophy, like it started basically in 1950 antiquity, so we can understand. So basically, the AI started from 1950, but we have the history behind it. We have myth and philosophy in 18th century. Ancient storage in Greek and Indian and Chinese methodology described like automata. Okay, so now there is a concept called automata comes into pictures, that machine behaving like humans. So that times we have the movies and also our philosophy or myth we have. So there only they describe the things like automata comes into picture. Okay, in late it is. So philosopher like Aristotle created formal logic, that is called syllogism, and a basic for recognition system. Like then, so Gottfried and George later developed like symbolic logic and algebra, key to basically AI. Then we have early mechanical machines like Pascal line, Charles Babbage, 1837 and 6042. They developed basically the mechanical calculator or analytical engine, ADA. Okay, so they wrote the first program basically. Then the birth of modern AI was started from late 90s, okay, like 1940, 1956, okay, 1940 to 1956, like Alan Turing. So Alan Turing, they proposed one concept called computational model, like that is called Turing machines also. We will understand like what is Turing machine, what is the Turing hypothesis, how they prove that, what was the Turing machines and all. So they basically Alan Turing they proposed in 1943 to 1950 like proposed the Turing machine, that is computational model. They published the computing machinery and intelligence in 1950, proposed the, and they posted the they posed the Turing test also. Okay, then we have neural networks. Basically started in 1943 is the first artificial neuron. Then 1950 we have again the system blending control system with neural network feedback. Then the birth of AI as a field started from like Dartmouth conference. Okay, so basically that time it started Dartmouth conference in 1956. So organized by John McCarthy, Marvin, and Rochester, and Claude also. Okay, Claude that time. So they started like they are making the definitions of AI as making machines behave in a way that would called intelligent if human did them. Okay, so they defined AI as like that. So they basically started the third era of AI started basically in 1956 to 1970 as a Dartmouth conference. Okay, so early success what they build basically. So early success was the logic theorist they given first AI program by Newell and Simon. Okay, then Elijah, 1966, then Seki robot, the first robot to reason about its own actions. Okay, then the first AI winter in 1970 to 1980. Why AI winter? So AI failed to meet high expectations. So they have high expectations from AI. Hardware was weak. Funding cuts due to slow progress. So why AI winter started? AI winter means like slowdown of AI In 1970 to 80, they started slow down because of hardware weakness. AI failed to meet the expectations, funding cuts due to slow progress. Then again in 1980, export system comes into picture. Okay, a rule based system like export system like mycin for medical diagnosis used if then rules. Then they started again the popular business and medicines for that. Then second AI winter again rule based system were hard to maintain and not scalable. So again late 1980s we again the AI winter system came for AI failed to adapt the new knowledge and human and handle the uncertainty. So that's why AI did not that time again came into picture. Okay. Then again late 90s machine learning rebirth happened, shifted from rule based to data driven. So earlier basically every machines are working on the rule based. We are programming the machines and they are working based on our input. Now, in late 1990 to 2010, machine learning comes into picture. A rise of machine learning using statistics and probability, support vector message and decision tree, bias networks become popular. These are the algorithms. Okay. Then neural networks comes into picture. A revisited of neural revival of interest of artificial neural network. Then 1997 IBM Deep Blue defects chase champion Gary Kasparov. So there was a chase championship happened where IBM Deep Blue defended that. So they understand okay. So now machine can work more better way than the humans. Okay. Then after 2010 deep learning comes into picture. So AlexNet wins ImageNet competitions first deep learning. So these are the history. This is nothing but this is the history. We need to understand okay how AI started, what was the era of AI, from how the rule-based system comes with machine learning, then machine learning advanced to deep learning, then deep learning is one to AI agent. So 2010 to 20, deep learning comes into picture, like GPU computing, deep learning. So so what are the milestone they achieved in 2010, 2014? GAN, Generative Adversarial Networks introduced. Then AlphaGo, defect world champion in Go. Then 2018 bots comes into picture by Google introduced context aware NLP model. Then AI application, speech recognition, translation recommendation system, chatbot, self-driving car. Then from 2010 to 24, they comes with the foundational model. So that was the real, you can say, revolutionary era of AI. Okay. So when 2010 to 24, they built some foundational model called large AI model trained on massive data set across multiple tasks. So company started working on LLM, large language model. Okay. So GPT-3, 2020, Delhi, Clip, Codex, Palm, Lambda. So these are all the LLM, large language model. So when this comes into picture, so they trained on the big data set, high GPU. They started solving the like most of the problem, which was earlier not possible because of the lack of trained data sets or lack of GPU, lack of hardware support and all. So from 2010 to 24, the new revolutionary came. Okay, then we have OpenAI, ChatGPT, GPT 3.5 2020, 20 GPT-4 2024. That human level language generation. So what level human can generate the context GPT used to generate the that. So ChatGPT become widely used for educations, programming, content creation, and everything. Then we have Claude, so Anthropic, Gemini, Google, Llama, Smita competing the LLM. Okay, then use of transformation become a standard across NLP versions and code. Then 2024 to 2025 become the rise of AGI. AGI means it's like again the trend of like AI model, multi-model AI, AI that combine. So now GPT was something that can't generate the other things like code and all everything in the better way. That is basically a text generation, like content generation thing. So AI. So now we have multi-modal AI, the AI that combine text, image, code, audio, video, understanding, so everything. So now GPT 4.0 is a omni model that real-time reasoning and emotion detection. So GPT 4.0 comes into picture. like trains toward AGI, so model getting closer to human labor reasoning in certain domain. So now we have the different model which have the reasoning similar to the human labor, okay, or they are wanted to improve also. So we have emergings of agent-based AI, Auto ML, AI tool for AI development and all, like Auto GPT, Davin. Davin comes into picture. So when Davin comes into picture, like they are using, they are generating the Jira ticket, they are solving the problem, they are testing everything they are using. So these are the trends of AI in the current days. So we have, so what was the ethical focus? So AI like growing concerns of like bias, AI safety, job displacement, deepfakes, and misuses. So ethical focus was like AI can, so if you are training with the bias data, what is the safety of AI? They can like job displacement, deepfakes, and misuses. These are the basically ethical focus in case of AI. So, so what we understand till now, summary we understand like ancient 1800, what was the key milestone we achieved, the mechanical and thinking logic, like foundational theories came. Then 1956 to 1970, birth of AI came. The first AI winter started, like disappointment due to limitations. So what were the limitations? Hardware limitations. They not achieved the expectations. The first AI winter came. Then again expert system came. The second AI winter came, rule fatigue and slow ML. Then era of machine learning came into 97 to 2010. Then 10 to 20 deep learning came. Then foundational model like GPT come, LLM multi-model. Then multi-model and AI agent came from 2024 to 25, like Devin, automation tool, GPT 4.0. Okay, so these are the AI history. Now we understand the each and everything in details, like how to start with AI. Okay, so first we have to start with the machine learning. Okay, so we will start with any of the language, so either R or Python. So we'll recommend Python because easy to understand. There are a lot many libraries. So we need to understand the Python, pandas. We need to understand the linear algebra, calculus bit, statics to understand to solve the problem. So that we will see the mathematical part, like how we are playing with the data, EDA, how we are doing the analysis on the data set. But coming to AI, if you are specific to AI, we have to start with the machine learning. Machine learning have the three types: supervised learning, like we have the label data set are used, model learn from the input data, algorithm like we have linear regression, decision tree, SBM, neural network, use case like email classification, loan approval. So these are the supervised learning where we are basically giving the label data set. Then we have the second, unsupervised learning. So unsupervised learning, we are not giving the labeled data set. We have the no labeled output data, discovered pattern as structure, like anomaly detection. So based on the pattern and structure, it will basically detect the thing like KMN clustering, PCA, hierarchical clustering. These are the example of that. We will understand each and every algorithm in details. Then we have reinforcement learning. So agent learn by interacting with the environment, receive towards penalties based on the actions, where algorithm like Q-learning, deep Q network, policy gradient methods. Okay, like use case like game playing, how chess is getting played, robotics, automation system. Okay, then we have the deep learning comes into picture, like what are the neural network, what are the artificial neurons, nodes, organized in layer, that input, hidden layer and all. So we will see each and everything like deep neural network, multi-hidden layer for abstractions. Then we need to start with the convolutional neural network, CNN, like used in image recognitions and extract picture. Then we have recurrent neural network. So first we start with the neural network, then DNN, then CNN, then RNN, handle sequential data. Then we understand the transformation, what is transformations, how GPT basically work, what are the foundational for NLP, what is the self-iteration mechanism. Then we need to understand the NLP, natural language processing. What is the token? What is lemmatization? What is NENIA, name entity recognition? What is sentiment analysis? Machine translation? Chatbot? Conventional AI? So this each and everything we need to understand. We need to learn to understand the entire AI, like how AI basically built. Like we in NLP we have the techniques like bag of R, TF-IDF. So everything now we whatever the things we are seeing nowadays in case of AI, this all are based on these particular things. Word to vector, glow. Okay, then we have the libraries like NLTK, Spacey, Hugging Face transformation. Then computer vision comes into picture, image classification like how it's cat versus dog, object detections, SST, YOLO, image segmentations unit, face recognitions, OCR. Okay, so this all comes into picture. Then we have the AI workflow pipeline, data collection, data cleaning, processing, feature engineering, model selection, training, evolution, tuning, deployment. These all are the things we have to understand. Now, so if you are a beginner or you wanted to understand the AI, you have to understand the first language. Okay, so either start with the Python, R, or Java. We recommend to go with the Python. Machine learning, we have to understand the libraries like SCI Kit-learn, XGBoost, Lite GBM, deep learning, TensorFlow, PyTorch, handling data, handling pandas. So how we are handling, playing with the data, how we are bringing the information from the data. So we need to understand the pandas, NumPy, disk. If you are having dealing with the big data, you need to understand the PySpark also, distributed data processing. Then for visualizations, creating the pie chart, graph, and everything, we need to understand the Matplotlib, Seaborn, Plotly. Then we have the for deployment, we have the Flask API, Fast API, Docker, Kubernetes, Streamlit. Okay, Streamlit. So these are the things we need to understand. Then advanced topic in AI, we need to understand like generative AI, GAN, what is generative adversarial network, diffusion model, what is diffusion model, what is LLM, okay, then what is explainable AI, LIM, SAP, and all, what is federated learning, ethical AI, auto ML. So these are the things we need to understand. So if you are new or wanted to make career in AI, so what are the roles we have? So we have the different career roles defined also, like data scientist, machine learning, AI, ML, NLP, computer vision. What are the skill set needed? The programming needed, math, linear algebra, probability, statistics, calculus needed, algorithm, data structure needed, cloud platform, GCP, AWS, Azure, which cloud platform you are training the things needed. So we have like image classification, text summarization, what are the portfolio project, voice assistant, AI powered dashboards. These are the things we can understand. Okay. So I have given certain learning resources also like Coursera, Udemy, Fast AI, books. These are the books we have, recommended platforms we have. You can you can solve the problem, Kaggle's, GitHub and all. So these are the summary for that. Okay. So these are the things we covered, we need to cover to understand the entire AI. So we understand what is AI, what is the classifications, goal, how AI is getting divided, how AI has started, what is the history of AI, how what are the things we need to learn to understand the AI. So these all things we captured in the video. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for watching.